That is good banter.
All right, Timmy, away we go, buddy.
Holy moly, where's the goalie? It is another episode of the Good Banter podcast.
Yes.
It's going to be a fucking beauty. I can feel it.
Be big.
It's going to be big. So much to talk about as per usual.
mate.
I've got a list here as long as a giraffe's dick. It is. It's. I don't know where to start. How about this? How about
Right,
this?
lay it on
So
me.
get a call. I did a gig over at some footy club in the north. Remember that one I did with Eddie McGuire and where I smoked the peace pipe with Eddie McGuire and
where was that?
and Mike was there as well.
Mike Sheehan.
Great club. Anyway, I can't remember the name of them. But a guy came up and said, "Mate, I'll get you to our Christmas shindig."
Great.
Our Christmas shindig. Said, "Oh, mate, fantastic. Here's my number. Let's make it count.
Send a cock shot.
Let's
That'd be great.
Yep, send
Dick
me a picture of your penis, and we'll just take it from there."
Yeah.
And he did, and it was something
What did it look
else.
like? Was it?
It was
what did it look like? Circumcised, uncircumcised.
Oh yeah, he was. This guy was probably late 60s, 70s. So
saggy balls.
saggy balls, definitely circumcised, as everyone was back then. Yeah, it's just they were simpler times. Good penis. So I said, yep, let's. And he messaged me. He goes, "Mate, let's lock in the date. Let's lock in the date." Didn't really discuss price, which is a pretty important part of a gig.
It is.
Mm.
It is. Because I think we might have mentioned this before. People hit you up and they say, "Oh, what do you charge to do 20 minutes?" I said, "Well, where? Is it 20 minutes on the moon? Is it 20 minutes in my lounge room and you come to me?
Is it clean?
Is it clean? Is it
Can I
dirty?
be dirty? Is it to 500 people? Is
Yeah.
it to you and your family at Christmas dinner? It's
You need a few more details." And people, they look at you sometimes and go, "Oh, well, what's your rate?" I said, "Well, fucking tell me the details, champ. Do I have to bring my own sound? Do I need to do it standing on one leg while I'm juggling fucking golf balls? You know, like, what the fuck?"
And people think, like, even if like some people you think if they think it's like going to be a couple of $100 because they think,
Yeah.
well,
It's
I
20
mean,
minutes.
to do 15 minutes for a couple of $100 for 15 minutes. I mean,
Oh,
that's
a good rate.
That's a great rate. But you got to write the jokes. You got to talk to them on the phone. You got to get to the gig.
You've been doing it for 20 years.
You've got to bloody counsel yourself on the way home because you've just taken it up the arse for 15 minutes.
Yeah, some people like.
It's anyway. So sort of, it's one of those gigs. I didn't really know what the payment was, but
what?
lovely guy,
Great
lovely guy. But anyway,
yeah, they're the ones who get you.
So anyway, he goes, "Oh mate, and you can hang around. The lunch goes for 4 hours. I've got your spot at the table. You can sit around."
because I've got nothing better to do
Yeah.
with you. Fucking
So
life.
and it's
Near
a
Christmas.
Thursday, and I fucking work Thursdays, so I don't
Yeah.
mind taking a Thursday off if I'm getting $2,000, but taking a day off to no, ugh,
Not going to be good, mate.
it's not going to be good. It seemed. Look, you didn't cock your ass towards me.
No,
You certainly
I've
didn't
sort
cock it
of-
away from me.
I've sort of learnt. I've watched a few other podcasts where they fart into the mic, and that's the way they do it.
No, I think you'd turn your ass away. Would be the
That's not how they do it.
We're
We're a lot closer than them.
the gentleman thing to do.
Sorry, mate.
The gentleman
Doesn't
thing
smell.
to do
Not do it.
would be not to fart, but I'm in no position to be pulling you up on that sort of shit. Anyway, so it's at the Athenaeum Club.
Oh yeah. So just a small little club that, by the sound of it, that's a classy.
It's probably
It's well to do.
It's beyond well to do. So they've only just recently the joint. So it's in Collins Street.
Yeah.
They own the building. It's about 5 stories high. It's fine dining,
Caviar for
it's
entree.
men's only.
Ugh.
Men only. It's you got to
Beautiful.
wear a suit jacket.
Jesus.
It's
we
I'd hate to
trouble
think of
there.
the shit that went on in this joint
Yeah.
back in the 60s and
They would have had
70s.
slaves.
But
They would have been-
not far from it, I wouldn't have thought. But anyway, so I've gone up.
so it's got to be a big payer.
Well, I'm guessing it would have to be a minimum $5,000 a year to be a member of this joint.
Mm.
It's this is fine. So this is, but lovely guy. Can't stress that enough. Probably my fault. Should have done a bit more homework on the payment. And so I get there. It's he wants me to do the suburban football.
So you haven't discussed payment actually before you get there.
No.
Okay, so Tom, you've been doing comedy for over 20 years now, mate.
No, this one was pretty poorly handled by myself. So, but I was getting a pretty bad vibe about payment. I don't know why. I just sort of got to the point. He sort of said, "Oh, we'll get you something." Yes, maybe I did touch on payment, but it was like
parking
because he was talking to me on the phone, and that's. Once you get me on the phone, I'm pretty much fucked. I'll work for nothing. I need to be on the text or the emails.
Hidden behind.
Oh yeah,
hidden behind a laptop screen.
That's where I'm brave. I'll fucking stand up to anyone behind a keyboard. But you put me face to face, I will get in.
If you could punch someone by just typing it into a keyboard, Jesus, you would be
one of the tougher men getting around.
Bloody oath.
Yeah, but unfortunately. Sometimes you have to talk to people, and that's where I really go back into my shit little shell. So anyway, I'm here. I've taken a day off work, heading into the city. It's fucking last thing I feel like doing. Driving in, made up some bullshit story that something happened. So I didn't have to. Well, actually, Harry had to go to the hospital to get his so Tam had to take him to the hospital to the doctors, but he's fine. So it was just to get the old blood levels, getting those right, getting a little test. So I didn't feel too guilty about playing that card. So I couldn't be there right on because he wanted me there at 12. I didn't want to be there at 12.
No, you don't want to be there at 12. And sometimes, you're sitting at the table beforehand, you're getting judged.
Well,
and you're not meant to be funny then.
Well, he said I wasn't. It's sort of slowly I'm getting drip fed the way this is playing out. So I would be sitting. So there's about 25 people in this room, and on a big mahogany table. It's it's fine dining. It is fine dining.
Cigars
and
leather-bound books.
And I would be sitting there just as a friend of his who's in the hardware industry, and they wouldn't know I was a comedian until I came out later.
This is
bloody.
Just the gig just sounds amazing, better and better and better as we go, Tom.
Really starting to suck on a homeless man's balls. This gig, it's not great. So I've got there a little bit late, and they're all sitting around. But one positive is we got some big names in the room. We've got David Cloak.
Oh, he's a big boy.
He's a big name. We got Dennis Banks.
Banksy,
tough as old boots, and we got Alan Richardson.
AR as I know him.
Yep, AR. So we've got
15.
So we've got a big, and there's quite a few wealthy businessmen around, all business owners.
So it is going to be a big payer.
It's yep. So I'm losing a bit of faith in what the whole fucking vibe is. So anyway, so I've got my jacket on. I'm dressed up like a fucking idiot. I've only got one jacket that I bought for my sister's wedding about fucking 10 years ago.
So that fits.
Oh, I look like a bloody pimp. So I got a gold tooth. I'm bloody...
Yeah, big Flavor Flav clock.
Got an Uzi hanging out my pocket. I'm
smoking a reefer.
And I got a prostitute I'm walking around.
Yeah.
Which she couldn't come in because of...
It's men only.
Men only. So anyway, so I've sat down and they said, everyone, this is my friend Tom, because it's this guy's business. He just invites clients around. He's a banker. He's in the banking game. And so
it's going to be a big
he's
payer.
A lovely guy.
It's going to be a big payer.
Really, really good guy. So I normally, actually I won't go into what I'd normally charge for that, but
no.
Anyway, so I'm sitting around and they're going around the table asking people, because the theme was
sexual fantasies.
It was worst injuries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So
fun little game, isn't it?
Yeah. So everyone's just going around the table. Talking about
is it all one table?
It's a giant
25 boardroom.
Yeah, it's like a boardroom in this big table.
Okay.
This giant table, and the room's the perfect size of the table. There's old artwork.
The room was built around the table.
I don't know how they got the table in there. They must have built it. They must have built it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's going around. It's quite interesting because there's obviously guys.
Rich people.
Yeah, and they're quite they're good speakers and they're telling some good stories.
Old war stories.
But old war stories. And some people have crashed cars and some people have done this and that. But it came to Alan Richardson.
AR.
And he told a story about, remember the day he got cleaned up by
Michael Voss. 1996 at the Gabba. I remember it.
Would you say were hardest hit in footy history?
Looking at it, the way the footage was, looked like one of the... Nothing on screen looked harder than that, than what I've seen.
No, I reckon that's the hardest hit.
I reckon there's been car crashes in Formula One that aren't that hard.
No. Crashes,
a big one.
Car crashes, quite often, they get up and walk away from the crash. Yeah. He didn't walk away from the crash.
I'm surprised they didn't carry him out in a fucking box.
No, and there was no one run up to him with fire extinguishers blasting him like in a...
And he wasn't wearing a helmet.
He wasn't wearing a helmet then. But and famously it had Wally Lewis and Dipper.
Yeah.
Were in the background. They jumped up like they'd seen a car crash.
Yeah.
So he said he was 31 and he was hanging on to his position in the side. So he had it out on the wing, and not many people see the extended version. But you
tap.
He said usually a footy will bounce back to you third or fourth time. You don't normally. He said, but this
tapping it,
this fucking thing. He said it would not fucking come back to him. It was just tap, would not come back to him, and he's hanging on to his position. He's in no stage of his career to be pulling out of contests. No. And looks up and, well, fuck me if I didn't the toughest man to play in the last decade.
The fucking gun. Got him like the fucking gun.
The most solid fucking unit ever to play the game. He's running at him.
And the pace he was running at, it was like...
They were both running full ball.
Oh, like tappy. Michael Voss, you see the glint in his eye. He would have seen this coming from a mile away. He goes, I am gonna fucking put Alan Richardson into fucking next week. And Alan Richardson said, Wednesday sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he said it was just black. Like it was just... fucking out cold, and everyone had seen the footage. And we'll put it up on the. If you haven't seen it, we'll put it up on.
Put it on the Insta.
It is fucking full on. So then he wakes. So he wakes up in hospital. So
he's no recollection of getting taken off.
He's fucked. So I'm surprised it didn't kill him. Like it is a fucking hard hit. So if you just if you ran as hard as you could into a brick wall, you would do some damage. But imagine if that brick wall is also running as hard as it is back at you.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's twice the impact.
I wouldn't do any damage if I do damage to myself if I ran into the brick wall.
Yeah. And I'd almost rather run into a brick wall than
Michael Voss.
Than one Michael Voss. So anyway, he's come good. And so he's phone, I forget the way it sort of played out, but his wife's watching at home in Melbourne.
Not great to see.
No, she's sitting up with the kids having the popcorn.
Well, there's Daddy. Just tap a ruin.
Look at him.
31, hanging on to his career. He's still having a... Oh!
That's what you got to do, kids.
But turn the TV off. Go to bed.
Yep.
Go to bed.
Stop crying. Stop crying, kids.
Turns out you don't have a father anymore.
No,
you've just been orphaned.
You have just seen the death of your father live on Channel 7.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so they went to Dipper on the sideline, did a cross, and he famously said, apparently it's you can get the footage of that as well. He goes, well, I've got some good news. Alan Richardson is now breathing. And so she is just shitting herself. And he sort of did it as a bit of a joke. But he got some good news. Alan Richardson. Yeah, there's a time and place.
Dip.
So he didn't read the room, the old Dip. He's, and we've met Dipper a couple of times, and he couldn't give two fucks about anything, old Dipper.
No,
he's mad as a cut snake.
He's no PC with Dip.
No. So
Dip dog shit.
He has been... He's in hospital. He's fucking wiped out. That maybe the next morning or maybe even that night, the team's flowing home. Alan can't go. They're still searching for his.
Reading the last
They're still
rites.
searching for his head up on the roof of the Gabba. It was last
It was
seen.
bigger than like Chris Lynn's fucking one he hit out of the fucking Gabba. Like Alan Richardson's head.
Yeah.
It was one of those, you know that meme where someone goes diving and goes,
Yeah.
his head's going through
I was thinking,
face.
you know, the MCG's got the one yellow seat where Simon O'Donnell's
hit the big
the
The
Gabba's
Gabba's got a
got a
seat.
purple seat where
That's
Alan
where
Richardson's,
Alan Richardson's
head
head landed.
So we laugh about it now. So he couldn't go home with the team. He's still trying to remember his own name. So he's had to come back midweek. Right?
Yeah. Well, you can't fly
When you
in a coma.
don't have a head. No. They say he tried to get on the plane.
He might be
they
able to
said,
get on some of those
Um,
Gold Coast rides though, because he wouldn't. He
He
wouldn't be
wouldn't
able to
get-
get on
yeah.
the Gold Coast rides because he's not tall enough.
no. So your
He's
head's
got no
got to
head.
go below this.
Oh,
And he said,
God.
well, you haven't got a head, mate. So
Let's make like Alan Richardson. No, let's make like a decapitated. Let's make like Alan Richardson and head off.
it's quite clever.
I'll just change it for decapitation.
Yeah, it was good.
See what I did
It
there?
was good.
Well,
But,
it took me half an hour to get it out.
Anyway, so most people, to them, that's where the story ends.
Mm.
But one, I might not be getting paid much for this gig. I'm starting to think if I'm getting paid anything at all. But
Yeah.
I'm having a nice
I heard
feed,
a good story.
and I'm having a bit of good banter with some guys. I'm having a bit of fun here,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes
so-
that's priceless.
sometimes
Which
you
turns
can
out
put a
it could
price
be.
on it, yeah. And he goes, and what not many people know is because he had to go back midweek once they, as we know. And he went straight to training.
Did he check his head? Did he check his head in?
Check his head in.
Oh, into like carry on or fucking baggage.
Not sure.
Sorry.
But
Ugh.
so he's anyway. So he's gone straight to training on the Wednesday,
Oof. Groggy.
and he said, "Are you right to play this week?" And he said, "Yeah, no, good to go."
Fucking
And
sweet, mate.
sweet mate. I said, "Well,
Yeah, what?
why do you ask?" Well, you don't have a head, Alan. So anyway, guys, the head's
Did I
lost
make
out.
the team?
The head's,
Coach, am I on the
Yeah.
board? I can't see. I don't have a head.
so so he's gone out. The head got lost in luggage, but that's so he's gone back out the airport, got his head, and I've named him in the team.
Oh,
I've
they've
named him
given-
in the team
They've given
next
him the
week.
heads up.
So he's fucking 5 days ago he was nearly dead. They've named him in the team.
Dude, there'd be a party, because I know sometimes if you cop a heavy one, like you're a little bit shabby for a bit. You're like, oh, that you're running out going, fuck, I hope I don't get that hit that hard again.
Yeah, well, imagine that with that hit. I mean, I said to him, I said, because I bumped into him later on. I said, mate, how are you feeling?
Yeah. Where's your head?
He goes, yeah. And he told his wife, he said, I'm going to play. And she said, pull your head in. And he said, okay.
I don't have one.
I haven't got a head, babe.
You're off your head.
Anyway, so he's been named in the side.
Oh, the big
which,
man. They are.
he said there was a bit of a saying going around, and it wasn't just Collingwood, it was other clubs. You never miss a game for anything above the shoulders, which is
It's a bit stupid now.
looking
talking
back
about it,
now.
yeah.
It's but he said that was a thing. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, sure enough, dislocated shoulder, you've done your knee, infected foreskin.
Yep.
Anything you miss, but anything above the shoulder, you know, whether it's maybe you don't feel right to play or you've been a concussion, well,
Broken nose.
broken nose,
Be harden up.
torn eyelid,
Cup of cement.
get out there and do your part. So they're playing Geelong down in Cardinia Park,
Oh,
and he's the balls fucking rushing around the centre, a bit going on, everyone diving on. One of the players comes out, snaps it forward for Geelong.
great.
And he's just looked up. He's going back and he's thought,
His life flashed
He
before his
goes,
eye.
fuck me.
Who's coming at me?
Here we
Gary
go.
Ablett back then?
Gary Ablett.
Gary Ablett to take it light on him?
And he, so we all know Gaz is hard to goal.
Sharp
when it comes
elbows, Gary Ablett.
And he knew it was perfect. He said the ball was just hanging there. He's going back.
What's going through his head on?
And he can hear Gary coming. And so his eyes on the footy. Here comes Gary. Blackout again. Serious.
He's fucked again.
He's fucking out cold. So a week after the hardest hit in footy, and Alan Richardson was just fucking wiped out again by Gary Ablett. And I wouldn't mind going back through that because you don't see the footage of that one very often. But he said he was stretchered again. He was, and I don't know what happened.
How's his wife drubbing at this stage?
Oh, she's stopped going to the footy. She's stopped watching the footy.
Smashed the TV.
Yeah. She's
Alan, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. So anyway, but I was chatting with him after it, and with one other guy, and he said, is there any chance they'll bring in helmets? And he said, there's no point. It's the shaking. It's not the hit. It's the fucking quick movement of the brain.
Yeah, like they say don't shake a baby. Like you can't put a fucking helmet on it and everything's going to be fine. It's the shaking.
Put a motorbike helmet on a baby. If you shake it, it's still in a bit of trouble. Yeah.
Sure.
So
has he got any lasting? They talk about concussion and
I'd known the guy for 5 minutes. I didn't want to ask if his life was
fucked.
Yeah. But he seemed good. And I actually had to go. I did have to go and
I collect your cash.
Well, I did my little spot. Which went well.
Went all right.
It went well. It was a bit weird because everyone was sort of sitting at a table, but I got up and they were all footy people, so it went well. And but I did say I had to go, and I'm bloody wish I could have hung around actually because Alan Richardson got up and did a presentation to everyone. There was a big screen there, and he was showing.
Is he still coaching Eastern Rangers? He was coaching Eastern Rangers for.
I think he's involved in the
AFL
club
somewhere.
Again,
yeah,
isn't he? He coached St Kilda for a bit, didn't he?
Did you think he did? Did he?
Jeez, I've been through some fucking coaches.
They love a coach.
They're a mess.
They are.
They are one flag in 100 years.
It's not great.
Yikes. Anyway, so what are we talking about? Oh yeah, so he did a presentation where he showed like last bits of close games, and he got everyone into groups and said, "What would you do in this position if you were him?" And they said it was great, but I had to go, so I missed out on that. So I did my spot, said, "Mate, I got to bail." And he goes, "Thank you. Here's a little something. Here's the
cash.
Here's the envelope." And look, it was.
Is there anything in it?
There was something in it. There was a $200 voucher. $200 voucher.
To what? Or just $200?
Just one of those, like a MasterCard one.
Ah. Yeah.
So it was, look,
that's
probably wasn't worth taking the day off.
No. I mean, it's a great story, Alan, but.
It's a great story. And then, how's this for a kick in the dick? And then he goes, "Oh, mate, here's the ticket. Where's your parking ticket? Because I can get it validated. You don't have to. You don't have to get.
No, you've gone above and beyond, mate.
Nice, and lovely guy. Can't fault the guy.
Sorry,
lovely guy.
Yeah.
And he's this whole time he's saying, "It's a shame you got to go. We'll get you back next time, just as a guest." And I said, "Maybe I could do the normal stand up." And he goes, "Mate, just fucking be a guest, and enjoy it." And I said, "Mate, I will. I'll come back." So I can't fault the guy. This is just a story.
Yep.
It's a story, and then so I said, here's my card. Here's my little parking thing." And he said, "Where's that?" And I said, "The one there." And he across the road, and he goes, "You had to go the one at the back."
Yeah, you had to go Wilson.
Yeah, so I went. So I didn't get the validated. So I went in the car park, $70.
You're fucking kidding me.
70.
How long were you in there? That can't be right.
70. The parking in the city, the cost of midweek parking in the city is fucking insane.
$70. Jesus.
I was in there for 2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
If you're in there for a whole day.
Yeah, that's like an overnight fee. That's...
it seemed a bit ritzy. But anyway, so got the $200 voucher. I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy myself something special. So I went and bought myself some basketball boots.
Yeah, because you... Okay.
Well, I coach a basketball team now.
You got to look the part.
I just wear me
Runners.
runners, and I thought, you know what?
It's Tom's time.
You deserve it.
Yep.
Go get yourself some runners.
Yeah,
I
mate.
mean some basketball
Did
boots.
you get some David Robinsons?
Yep. So
You look like a fuckwit.
they go up just below my balls.
Put your balls in the...
No, you got
Yeah,
some.
what'd you get? Who'd you get?
They're only $110 actually. Some Steph Curry.
Okay,
Yeah,
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's
How do
in it.
they look?
Look fucking ridiculous. I'll never wear them.
It's sort of weird. Like, yeah, basketball shoes just don't really suit. Like, yeah, I had those big Sean Kamikaze ones. They just look fucking ridiculous. Can you wear them apart from on a basketball court?
Oh, you'd look like a fuckwit.
Yeah.
But then, like, I took a young fella to the NBL yesterday, and I don't know whether because they've got such big feet, but everyone that sort of is into basketball wears Nikes all the time. So everyone with jeans is wearing basketball boots. Everyone's wearing basketball boots.
Yep.
You're wearing shorts, you got basketball boots. So it wouldn't have looked out of place there, but rocking down the footy club with a pair of jeans and your bloody Steph Curry should look like a right fucking twat.
Log, yeah. And it's like sometimes you go to the local footy or something. If you didn't have the right shoes to kick the footy, you can't kick a footy in basketball boots.
No chance. And speaking of the NBL, and I know, sorry, I'm carrying on a bit.
No, it's great.
You go to that. I went to the game yesterday. Great game. The bloody United were playing the Bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly full house. Goulding he was on fire. But can we, the rev up guy, do we need to be fucking, if the sport's good enough, you don't need a fucking rev up guy. Don't tell me to be excited.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
if it's exciting,
I'll get excited.
Yeah, maybe every now and again say, all right, let's get the We Will Rock You chant going. But it's every fucking minute. The game starts and they go, everyone stand up. Come on, Melbourne, stand up. And they go, start clapping. So we're going, clap, clap, clap. And he's going, oh, that's it, clap, get excited. Now, if you haven't been here before, what we do is we clap until the opposition scores. And we're like, what the fuck?
Christ.
So we're all standing.
Clapping
For
like
about
sheep.
fucking 5 minutes. And I'm like, are these fucking dickheads going to score? Or like I was barracking for the Bullets just so we could sit down and stop clapping. And
you could just stand, or you could just sit down anyway, mate. Get to a point where you're like, this is getting ridiculous.
No, but you don't want to be the stick in the mud. Everyone else is bloody clapping away. But I guarantee anyone over the age of 8 is going, what the fuck are we doing here? Like,
this guy, is he dressed up or is he just a rev up guy?
He's the rev up guy. And I guess he's good at his job, but just it's just fucking constant. All right, let's go, Melbourne, defense. Maybe we fucking do what we want, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, where are you going up there in fucking level LL24B 58? Where are you going? I'm going to get a fucking hot dog, mate. Is that all right? You fucking idiot. All right. Hey, don't sit down, Melbourne. It's party time. You're like, fucking shut up, mate. Oh, it's enough to drive you fucking crazy.
Yeah, maybe they could sell Melbourne United earmuffs.
That's not a bad idea.
Just to fucking, yeah.
He did not fucking stop the whole, and sometimes you get like 10 seconds, you'd be like, oh,
this is heavy. So literally the whole game.
He does not fucking shut up. Like, all right,
Christ.
time now. It's buddy. Oh look, there were these. So someone falls over, and they get sweat on the ground.
They got to mop it up.
They got to the Karsha guys come out, and he's going, all right, let's hear it for the Karsha guys. Let's go. It's a timeout. He's going, come on, Melbourne, let's hear it for the Karsha guys, cleaning up the sweat. No more. And he's like, fuck, mate, it's a timeout.
Yeah.
Give us a break.
Yeah, maybe like he'd be annoying at home, wouldn't he? Like, give it up for my wife doing the fucking dishes. Unloading the dishwasher, baby.
Oh, what's in there? Oh, yeah, she's got the risotto. Tonight it's going to be risotto for the kids.
Give it up for the risotto.
I was like, mate,
fuck up.
Just let us fucking enjoy the...
Yeah.
Yep. So if a sport's good enough, you shouldn't need that.
No, you shouldn't need it. Or you just tone it back a bit. Tone it back. Maybe he's one of those guys. He's like, so I need to earn my paycheck.
Yeah, well, he certainly did that.
Yeah,
so anyway, just
Shut up.
anyway. But anyway, so mate, enough about me. I'm bloody.
Good on him.
So I've got
all right.
what are we going for time? I'm bloody really talking shitty.
Yeah, so we've got to do a bit of a shorter one for this, don't we?
Yep.
Anyway, so by the time this comes out, this will be a few weeks since this gig's happened.
Yeah.
I was out at the Slovenian Club in Research on Friday night.
Did you do your research?
I did my research and I found out it's a fucking long drive from Mornington. But
Research.
yeah, it's sort of Eltham Way,
Oh,
Diamond.
yeah.
No, not Diamond Creek.
Nice part of the world, but
beautiful,
there's,
leafy.
Yeah, not many ways in and not many ways out. Bit of
No.
you try and get out of there on a Friday, Arvo, and you'll have several birthdays in the car. You're really stuck, and there's no highways. It's tough going.
Yeah, it's
but
all
beautiful
zigging,
part of the
zagging
world.
through the bloody forest or the bushes or the national park.
Yep.
It's lovely out there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a beautiful club, Slovenian Club. Greg,
What is Slovenian?
well, they're like
Czechoslovakia?
No, it's different.
No, they're
it's different.
Czechs.
So there's Slovenians, there's Slovakians.
You don't hear about them very often.
No, they're
From Slovenia? Is it?
yeah, they're from Slovenia.
Slovenia. Where's that?
It's
The
like
Eastern Bloc?
Europe. It's like Eastern Europe or something.
Yeah.
So you got Slovakia, is that one? Czechoslovakia.
I'm thinking cold.
Cold, yeah, cold in winter. Cold all the time.
I'm thinking mail order wives.
I'm thinking
Hmm.
I'm going to order one. Yeah.
I get at least two or three emails a day asking if I'd like to buy a
Slovenian
a
wife.
Ukrainian wife.
Okay.
I've already got a Ukrainian wife. I didn't have to pay for her.
Is Tammy Ukrainian?
Yeah,
Is she?
from the Ukraine.
I didn't know that. Tam.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Do I have to edit this out? Yeah, she's from the.
I don't know that, do
I don't know.
I? What do you have
I'm
to
having
do?
a mind. Yeah, no.
What's
Well,
wrong?
in case I got it wrong, Ukraine. Yeah, no, she's from the Ukraine.
What's her maiden name? Oh, do we not want to say?
Kaczmarski.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, I've just known her as Tammy Siegert. It was not like she's...
Yeah, she wasn't always been Tommy
not like
Siegert. If she
she's-
was,
she's flying the
that's,
flag in the house.
That's pretty crook if she's always been Tommy Siegert.
Oh, well,
Tammy
sorry. Well,
Siegert.
I hope if she's got family over there, they're all right.
Yeah, no, they're doing it a bit tough at the moment. She's
Sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's from the. You've really got me questioning. 100%. Yeah,
Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Ooh, the way you looked at me, I was like,
Oh, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't pick it.
yeah, no, she's.
I didn't pick it.
she's- But it's
She sort of lost her Ukrainian accent.
yeah, she's. Well, she was born and raised in
On the playground?
yeah,
Born
in a
and raised.
hospital, and she's born and raised in Australia. So
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Good on you.
Geez, you really got me doubting my own.
Wife's nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what
Where's
did the papers say when you ordered her?
yeah, Ukraine?
Yeah. Great. Okay. All right. Move on. So we're out in the Slovenian Club. Greg Fiddler, who he's an American dude. He runs some gigs, some great gigs. Check out Laugh Track Live Comedy. They run some good gigs. We've got the Moon Man.
Never heard of him.
No, well, he's sort of he just runs sort of boutique sort of gigs, like
Okay.
one in Heidelberg.
Yep.
And you probably wouldn't have seen him much on the scene. He's
Does he do stand up?
He does do stand up.
Okay.
He MCs it, and he done a heap of stand up. He grew up in was it Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Oh, he's American.
He's yeah. When I said before he was American, did I say he was American? He's American.
Oh.
You're still thinking Ukraine.
Trying to work out where my wife's from.
Yeah. So, anyway, I've got the Moon Man, which is always a treat.
Yeah.
Always a treat.
Australia's best comedian.
I love the Moon.
In my humble opinion.
You never know what you're going to get with the Moon, but you know it's going to be fucking entertaining.
It's going to be entertaining.
And,
he doesn't give.
Two
He doesn't,
fucks.
a lot of people say they don't give a fuck. A lot of people act confident. He legitimately doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's beyond confident. He can get away with anything.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's like Teflon. Nothing sticks to him, mate.
Nothing sticks. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good man, and
He's a
he's
good
a
man.
lovely
funny
guy.
man,
Yeah.
great guy. So, and it's just a real good community vibe because it's like if you didn't know it, you're driving up this drive, it's like a cult. You think, am I driving into some fucking weird religious cult? But it's the
Okay.
Slovenian Club, and it doesn't get used apart from comedy. You know, someone might have their birthday there or something like that. So it's just this beautiful venue, and it overlooks the the valleys and the hills. Yep. It's quite picturesque.
Yeah.
And the crowd, they're just
Are they all Slovenian?
No, they're quite possibly the fucking whitest crowd that I've ever.
Well, Slovenians are white, aren't they?
They're white, yeah, but I don't think there are any Slovenian people there. I
Hmm.
don't think so. Just your research. I don't know. How do these clubs sort of start?
Well, Slovenians start like Tam. Her family had this little Ukrainian hall in their
Are you
street.
sure about that?
Not 100% anymore, but yeah. So they had a Ukrainian hall in their street, and a lot of these nationalities, when they move to a country, they want to keep their traditions and values alive, and then
They just want to hang out with each other.
yeah,
Because it's hard to understand that.
yep. And then they'll marry a fuckwit Aussie, and all their traditions will be gone.
Yep, and their life really goes down the shitter after that.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, so there's a great vibe. It's happy hour, it's boozing, and just a really good vibe. Gig set up good. They're going to pack 120 people in.
Good noon, bros.
And what you love about a gig is, like some venues will charge you for a beer or food, and they're within their right to do that.
Yep.
But when you're a comic, I think you deserve a little bit of a free feed and a couple of beers.
It's not much, but geez, it just makes you feel a little better. If someone charges me on, I'm not going to be a dick about it. But I know some comedians will be like, well, that's not on. We don't pay for food or drink. I'll just let it slide because I got no confidence and got no balls.
Same with me. I got no balls at all.
Got no spine and got no dick.
I'll just say, is there a tab? Put it on the comedians tab. They say there isn't one. So okay.
And I'll say, can I start one? And I'll say, yep, but you got to pay for it at the end. I go, okay. And I'll end up paying for the tab out of my $200 voucher.
That's exactly right. So it's Greg introduced. He's got the green room there. He introduces me to because they get a catering company in. They bring the booze in. They do the food. They're doing all these beautiful pizzas.
So he organises all this.
He organises all of it, mate.
Tell you what, he doesn't fuck around. This bloke.
He's a mover and a shaker, and he's not one of these guys who he'll just put a 1 meter cable onto a little fucking shitty speaker. He's got his own. He's got his own stage. He's got his own backdrop that says "Laugh Track Live." He's got lights, and he's not only got a spotlight. He's got lights coming up from the. He's adding a bit of mood lighting, the coloured lights that come up and
guys belongs on Broadway.
Oh, mate, he's jucking and driving. He's dancing around. He's really creating a great.
I love him. I've never met the guy.
I'll try and get you on one of his gigs. He's bloody doing a good job.
Don't rush. Sounds like they're all out in Shitter's Ditch.
Well, they are. They're out at the Cult.
Yeah, no, get me on. Get
you on.
I'll travel.
Yep. You'll travel. You get pizza. So I meet Richard, who is the owner of the catering company.
Old Dick.
Yeah, he's old Dick. He's down in the kitchen. He's and he did introduce him. My name's Dicky, and he's sort of an Italian sort of woggy looking dude, and he's just like he's on the Jack Daniels, and he's just
Isn't he working?
He's drinking on the job.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get away with anything in the Slovenian Club.
That's old Dick for you.
I'm pretty sure there's been a few swingers parties and key parties in the Slovenians just going nuts.
No rules.
No rules for the Slovenians, mate. You can do whatever you want in your own club. Anyway, so Dicky's a good man and just having a good chat. He's got a good handshake.
Yep.
Where are you from, Evan? I said, mate, I'm down Mornington way. He goes, beautiful out there. What about you, Dicky? What's going on? And where are you living? And he's living local. I don't know where. But we just get chatting before the show, and he starts talking about this thing. He says, I'm going away. Yeah, I said, are you going away over Christmas? He said, mate, I'm going away for 6 weeks. I'm going to South America with the wife. We're going on a cruise. 6 weeks. That's fantastic, mate.
Yep.
He's going to Antarctica as well.
A bit cold in Antarctica.
It can be, but picturesque.
From what I've heard.
So, geez, that must be costing you a bloody. Well, I don't think I said it was going to be costing you a pack. It's a bit rude to say that. He said, yeah, I paid for it out of me love jar. I'm like, what the fuck? Love jar? I've heard of a swear jar.
Heard of a swear jar.
And mine's pretty full. I'll give you the tip. The good Banter swear jar is very full.
Yep.
I said, Dicky, you crazy bastard, what's your love jar? He says, what me and my wife do. We've been married for about 40 years or something, but what we do every time we make love, we put $10 in the love jar.
Okay.
And, yeah, I've managed to pay for a 6-week trip to South America and Antarctica with all the money from the fucking love jar.
That's win-win.
Fuck me. Do you think how much? $10. It's not like he's putting 100 in. I said, $10 and you're going for 6 weeks to Antarctica and South America. He goes, oh, yeah, mate, we're like rabbits. We fucking love it. I go, Jesus Christ, mate. If I started a love jar, I'd be getting a Buster Frankston.
I mean, yeah, that's...
So what he says is, this time of year is perfect, December, because they do it every year.
Yep.
That's like their thing.
So
he blows his beans and puts $10 in the love jar. And goes, he lights up his dart and goes, thanks for that, love. Fucking bloody fantastic stuff.
Yep. So
And,
$10 each, or
I think it's just, I said to him, does she have to come? And he goes, nah, mate, as long as I come, the $10 is going in the love jar.
Yep.
I said, good on you, Dicky. You're a fucking animal. You're a mad rooter. And he says, this time of the year is great because they start going, like sex is everything to them apart from creating a nice catering business.
Yep.
I'm surprised he's got time to make pizzas when he's just chock-a-block up his missus all the time. Just
He's
jamming
busy,
tenors
man.
in the love
So
jar.
You're looking at 10 grand.
You're looking at 10 grand. What?
We're only taking off 10, so that's
1,000 roots.
in a year.
That's
Dicky's
3 a day, Dicky.
Dicky's pulling his Dicky. Dicky's full of shit.
Dicky's either he's on Viagra or something. Or
Dicky's a compulsive liar, I reckon. Dicky's full of shit. Dicky hasn't got a missus. Dicky's going I don't know. I don't know what Dicky's doing, but he's not going on a fucking boat cruise to Antarctica.
No, I reckon maybe he's just going to Thailand.
Yep.
He's talking a big game here, Dicky. So
Yep.
talking about South America and Antarctica and cruises, mate. You're a fucking sex pest.
Yep.
And you're going to Thailand, you dodgy bastard.
Dicky's impotent, and he's got a real what do you call it?
Pension?
No, like when you're really paranoid about something, sort of. He's got not a phobia. He's got a
What's he paranoid of?
he's worried. It bugs him that he can't get an erection. He says he's got
he's got to compensate.
Fuck. Oh well. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so he thinks he's got to make up these stories.
Well, I started talking to one of the person because they've run a few shows at the Slovenian Club,
Yep.
and I've just sort of mentioned to him, bloody, have you heard about?
He's got a complex.
He's got a complex.
He's got a complex
Maybe
about
he's not
his...
getting any roots.
No, yeah,
he's got to talk about it.
No, his penis doesn't work. They haven't slept together for years, and he thinks everyone knows about it, but they don't, and it's driving him fucking
So
nuts.
he's made up the love jar.
He's making up this. He's talking shit like he's just lying through his teeth, but no one cares.
Nah.
But he thinks everyone's looking at him and going,
Can't
"There's
get
old
it.
limp dick again." And
Old limp dick.
limp dick. And
Yeah.
so he's making up stories. He's made up the love jar, and yeah, he's not going to Antarctica.
People don't have that much cash either, so it's not like look, everything's on card these days. So unless he's just getting the FPOS machine, or like it just seems a bit. I think he's fudging the numbers a bit, Dicky.
It's got holes all through it. This story, yeah.
Yeah, well, I said that's crazy, I started chatting to someone because they've done a few shows at the Slovenian Club. I said, fuck, have you heard about Dicky's love jar? Jesus, they're going to South America, they're going to Antarctica, all from $10 every time Dicky blows his beans. She said, yeah, Dicky, that story's changed a bit over the years. It's Dicky sort of, if you sort of fact check Dicky and you sort of compare the stories he told 4 years ago at the first show to what he told Robin, at the last show last month. Yeah, as you said, there's a few holes in Dicky's story.
I think if Dicky chucked $10 in the jar every time he
Told a fucking lie.
and had a wank, he'd be buying a fucking boat. He talks a bit of shit, the old Dick man, and
Yeah.
Dick can
Yes.
Dick can really fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a nice
No,
guy.
he was a great guy,
no,
Dicky,
he
and
was.
pizzas were great, and
great
just a
pizzas.
great man,
great
man.
pizzas.
But, the old love jar was all right. Dicky.
Yeah,
You always got to
maybe.
worry about someone who just, I reckon, pumps up their virility and how much they root the wife and how much our loves. I think Dicky's divorced and he's fucking the cat.
Yeah, Dicky's life's not going great for Dicky. His business is going balls up, and Dicky's Dicky's a mess.
Yeah. But great to meet you, Dicky, and great fun gigs, and good times out at the Slovenian Club.
Yeah,
jump
get around
on
it. And Dicky, get him to do your catering too.
Bloody
If you-
oath.
Comes with
Says he's busy.
with free porky pies.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
That's
Great
his-
pizzas.
That's
though.
his specialty.
Great
Porky pies.
Porky pies. Great pizzas, Dicky. Great pizzas,
mate,
Dicky.
Great pizzas, Dicky.
If you listen to this podcast, you just fucking pull out of your wife and put a tenner in. And
He hasn't
do
got a
whatever.
wife.
No, he doesn't. He's
So,
banging the cat.
Well, we're pretty much done, but I had
Yeah.
a quick one that I was going to...
Great.
Yep, so, all right. At the Comics Lounge the other night, end of the show, meet a guy. I saw a guy sort of looking at me. He looked like a footballer, and I thought, he's my kind of guy. He just walked past and goes, we got any shower reviews coming up soon? I was like, we've made connection. Anyway, he's chatting to me. We're talking footy, we're talking life, we're talking local footy clubs, rah. And his identical finger, identical finger to me, same finger, same hand, had a big, his had a big sort of protector on it, like he just had surgery. I said, mate, we are fucked finger brothers. So he held him up, had a bit of a laugh there, and I said, mate, what happened? And he said, mate. And his name was Nash from Kyneton.
Nashy Kyneton. Good country town.
Soul to the earth, this bloke. He was there with his girlfriend. It was her birthday.
Happy birthday.
She was turning 22. So he was a bit younger. And so he said, and I said, afterwards I said, Nash, this is possibly the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard anyone do in my life. And I said, you listen to the pod, I'm going to mention you. But unfortunately, I didn't mention him last episode. So he's going to listen next episode and he's not going to be on there. But that's all right.
Disappointed.
Yeah, but hopefully he enjoyed it. He kept listening and he hears this. So Nash has fucked his finger. He's dislocated it pretty bad, and it won't go back in.
Compression.
So
Compound fracture.
No, just a sort of. Well, he thought everyone's telling him it's a dislocation. He's gone off the trainer. Goes, that's a dislocation. So he's trying to put it back in, and he can't put it back in. So the trainer's had a go.
It's like Dicky.
Can't put it back in. Old Dicky cannot. He never put it in. Dicky. So and then he said the assistant coach.
Yep.
Playing assistant coach. He said he's one of the hardest, toughest guys he's ever met. Stocky little on-baller. He said, I'll have a go. So he's having a go. Everyone's yanking away at Nash's finger. Fucking, it's not going back in.
Yeah.
So someone said, and I don't know if anyone has ever heard of this before. I certainly hadn't. Someone advised him to lay his finger under a car and roll the tyre over his dislocated finger, and that puts it back in.
Yeah, I don't know if they're teaching that at med school.
Is that not the dumbest fucking thing you've ever heard in your life?
Well, that's got that's just chaos. Like a fucking car.
A fucking car. And I said to him, did you not think, like, it may by some fluke align your finger, but
could possibly crush every fucking bone.
So it's the middle finger. So you try just putting your middle finger out with like on the ground. So he sort of had to tuck him right.
Well, it's not sitting flat.
It's not sitting anywhere near flat. There's about fucking 5. It's got to be about 5 centimetres elevated. So he's trying to lay this finger. It's been dislocated for about an hour now.
Is there any point of him who thought, I need to check your credentials?
Yeah.
Where's your doctor's degree?
So I don't know who gave him this advice, but Nash is obviously
dumb as dog shit.
I don't know whether Dicky's been down at Kyneton telling people, giving them fucking medical advice.
Yeah.
But so Nash, he's gone and done it. So he's slipped his finger under a tyre. Whose car? Not sure. anyone's car is going to be too heavy for a finger. So he's laid his finger under and they've rolled the car back.
Oh, fuck.
And
I can't listen to this.
not surprisingly,
It's fucking snapped.
absolutely fucked his finger.
Oh.
And yeah, so his finger's fucked.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much fucked for life. And he was talking about it like it was nothing. I said, and even his mate was talking about it like it wasn't
That's
a
stupid.
bad option.
A bad idea.
Yeah. It hadn't really. I felt like a lot of people knew about this injury, and I was the first one to have sort of said,
Question it.
Nash, this is a fucking really dumb thing to do.
And coming from you, that's something.
I do some dumb shit, and I reckon, and he was sober too. Like it was after a game.
Jesus
Yeah, it might be something after. I remember I had quite a few mates. Nick Core.
Well, why when someone gets hit by a car? What? They should just feel fantastic when someone gets run over by a car.
Yeah, they should be like,
mate, why?
Finally,
My back's feeling good.
I can finally go back to work.
Yeah, that hit and run was fucking fantastic.
But I think it's only when you back over someone.
Oh, right. Oh,
I
the
think
Tiger King.
Did he back? Oh, yeah, he got
The
backed
Tiger
over.
King got
Yeah.
backed over.
Well, he
Survived.
did go to hospital though,
Yeah.
and that's only because he was tough as old boots.
Mm.
So so he's absolutely fucked his finger, and I was just going, Nash, you're one of the dumbest fucking human beings I've ever met. But he was good about it, and his show goes on. But yeah, his finger's pretty much cooked.
And so this is recently. You still had it in a cast?
Oh yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Nash.
yeah. So we haven't played footy for a while.
Ugh.
It'll be at least a couple of months. Yeah, this thing was in this like plastic.
Ugh.
His fingers.
Ugh.
Nash's fingers fucked. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, it's
and
brutal.
Yeah, because mate Nick Core used to always fuck his dislocate his shoulder.
Pop it back in.
Yeah, well his thing was you do the little walk up a wall, and that used to put it back in. Your shoulder.
Oh, so you're on the ground and you
No. So you just stand facing a wall, and you get your fingers and walk your fingers up a wall, and
and it
that's
slowly goes in.
yeah. Well, it's worth a shot.
Have a crack.
Yeah, it's not like, but if someone said, just lay over there and I'll get a fucking school buster back over your shoulder, you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go down the hospital and see if they
I'm
can
going to get a second opinion.
get some painkillers because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm going to get the morphine stick.
So,
we're about to run out on the camera there, mate. Battery.
all right, well, we better wrap this up.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for listening to the Good Banter podcast. Jump on the Patreon, get on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, share it around with your mates. It's a good time. It's a good fun time. $8.50. That's all you need a month for the Patreon.
That is about a quarter of a beer
That's
these days.
That is it.
Yep.
That is it. So I mean that's not even $10 in Dicky's fucking love jar.
That's
That's
not even a dry root in Dicky terms.
no Dicky's dry root. No, not at all. So hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. That's another episode of Good Banter.
Good banter.
That's a good guy.